Here is section 6.4, Algebra 2, Year 2, Day 2 homework. What we're doing is multiplying and dividing in this section, and the indexes are different. They're not the same. So what do you do then? If the indexes are different, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Anyone? Convert it. Convert it to what?
Fraction.
Yeah, so tell me what to write here. What's the fourth root of 6? How do you rewrite this one?
1 over 4.
6 to the 1/4 power. And how do you rewrite this one?
6
to the 1/3.
Good.
Then you would
Now
do,
what's the rule? State the rule.
if it's
basis-
multiplication and the base is the same, it's add the 1/4 and 1/3.
Mhm.
And if it's divide, then you subtract.
Yeah, so what is 1/4 plus 1/3?
7/12.
7/12.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you write 6 to the 7/12 in radical form?
The 12 root of 6 to the 7.
Beautiful. Number 40. Number 40. This says the 9th root of y cubed divided by the cube root of y to the 9th. So we can't subtract these right now because their indexes are different. So can we write this as with a rational exponent? Y to the what power?
Y to the 3/9
Mm-hmm.
minus,
Over
over y to the 3/9. 9/3, I'm sorry.
9/3. Now, can I reduce this? What's another name for 3/9?
1/3.
Good, 1/3. Now, are these the same denominator? So what would you get if you subtracted 1/3 minus 9/3? Good, -8/3. Which is really 1 over y to the 8/3. Now can you rewrite this for me? Cube root of y to the 8th power.
Why is it a I?
One, oh, it's a 1.
Oh.
It's a 1. It looks like an I, but it's a 1.
Hey, that's your phone, dude.
Now,
No, that's okay.
can you take anything, you actually could do more to this problem, but we're gonna just leave it like this. You can rationalize the denominator and simplify.
Make it easy.
You could take out, you've got how many y's do you have here? You have 8. So you could take 2 sets of 3 of the y's out, and there's 2 left over.
It's the 1.
Okay, number 41. How are you gonna rewrite this?
It would be the square, the 5 to the 1/2.
Uh-huh.
And then it'd be 5 to the 1/5.
Good. And now what are you gonna do with these 2 exponents?
Add 'em.
Yep, and what do you get?
It would be
What's the common denominator? 10. So 5/10 plus 2/10 is 7/10. Which you could write it as the 10th root of 5 to the 7th power. Both of these are good answers.
Be 1 to the 7
Okay, 42.
times 7 to the 1
I want you
7.
to try this with me. Come on. How do you rewrite the 7th root of 7?
Just talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at my notes.
7 to the 1/7. and then times 7 to the what?
Is that a 3?
Uh-huh,
1/3.
1/3. So what do you do with 1/7 and 1/3? Add them. What's your common denominator?
Oh.
What is it?
Four's challenging.
21 is your common denominator.
3/10.
So it's 321 over 721, which is
7 to the
10,
7
10,
to
21. Now, how else can you write 7 to the 10 over 21? How else could
The
it
10th
look?
root to 7.
No,
No,
the root
the
of 21.
21st root of 7 to the 10.
Yep.
Those mixed up.
That's a big one.
That's a crazy looking number, huh? Okay, do you understand this? Slide 43. How are you gonna write 6th root of 4? Everyone should be able to convert it. What do you do? 6th root of 4 is what?
4 to the 1/6.
Yep, 4 to the 1/6 power. Okay. How do you rewrite the cube root of 4?
4 to the 1/3.
4 to the 1/3 power, and now what are you gonna do with these two exponents?
Subtract them.
Add them?
Subtract them.
Subtract them. Why are you subtracting them?
Because
Because it's division.
It's negative 1/6.
So can you get a common denominator? Well, you can multiply these by 2. So you get 1/6 minus 2/6 is what? Is negative 1/6. That's what Brendan said. Now,
Yeah.
can you reduce, or can you get rid of
Over
the
1.
negative?
And then it turns it to a positive.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also could be said as the 6th root of 4.
4. Good. 6th root of 4. Good.
That doesn't matter.
But it's actually in the denominator, right? It's
Yeah.
1 over. I forgot that. Okay. Now, number 44 is a trick question. But you can do it.
I think I can.
Okay, let's see what you got, Brendan.
Alright. I went with 18 to the 1/4. And it's the times 12 to the 1/2. And I was thinking in my head that you would add 18 and 12 to make it 1, and then add the exponents.
No. See, these are both different bases and different exponents. But I can convert 1/2 to 1/4. What is another name for 1/2?
Half. 0.5.
Isn't it 2/4?
Oh yeah, 2/4, I'm sorry.
Right? Do you guys agree that 1 over 2 is the same as 2 over 4?
Yeah.
Do you agree? Now, I'm going to go back. So this is what you have. You have 12 to the 2/4 power. See if this makes any sense to you.
Oh wait.
Now, do you see something happening? I'm going to put this back in radical form.
You do.
4th root of 18 times, this is now going to be the 4th root of 12 squared.
I was gonna say that it would be 18 plus 18 to the 1/4 plus 2/4, and
Not plus.
I
What are you
mean
going to do with these two numbers? Now, can you break 12 up? 12
2.
times 12. 2, 2,
wait
3.
12 times 12 is 144.
12 times 12 is
Oh, 'cause
144.
it's
I'm
squared.
just breaking this up. And 2 times 9.
3 and 3.
Okay, now what are we looking for? 4 of a kind.
Yeah, you got 4
Do
twos.
we have 4 of anything?
Yeah, you got 4 2s, 1 left over, and then you got 4 3s.
We have 4 3s.
And there's a,
1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a 2 left over.
so it'd be
So what would be my final answer?
2 times 2, which is 4.
2 times 3, which is 6.
Oh, I was just doing, yeah.
6, right?
Times 2.
No, it'd be 6. The 2 comes out and the 3 comes out, that's 6. And what's left is the 4th root of 2. That little 2 right there didn't have anything to pair up with.
So that's the answer.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 3s and 4 2s. So that's your best
So that's
answer.
final answer?
I don't like these
That's a
anymore.
hard one. How about this one? This one's gonna be the same scenario. You've got 6 to the 1/2 power over 36 to the 1/3 power. Now, can you get these two in the same, can you get them in the same exponent? Can you convert them to the same? How about 6s? So this is gonna be 3/6 over 2/6. See if this makes any sense to you. So this is now the 6th, it's the 6th root of 6 cubed over the 6th root of 36 squared. Now what you can do is cancel something. You know what you have?
36
What can you cancel? This is a hard one. What cancels? Write it out. You've got the 6th root on top of 6 times 6 times 6. And in the bottom, you have the 6th root of 36 times 36. Do you agree? Can any of these factors cancel? Can these two, what's 6 times 6? So you could cancel that out with one of these. And how many times does 6 go into 36? 6. So what is the 6th root of 1? It's 1, and then over the 6th root of 6. That's your best answer. Okay, and we're going to skip 46. You don't have to do that one. We have 4 more.
Oh, we
Check
don't.
the bottom. You don't have to do that one. Okay, this one, 47, it says, 47 says 8 to the 2/3 power. How do you rewrite 8 to the 2/3 in radical form?
3 cube root of
Cube
8
root.
squared.
Of 8 squared. What does that really mean?
There's 3 8s.
You have 2 8s.
I mean 2 8s, and it's yeah. You have to have
and
3 of a
8
kind.
is 2, 2, 2, right? How many of a kind are we looking for?
3
So what do you have here?
sets of 2. I mean, no, 2 sets of,
Yeah, 2 sets of 2.
yeah,
You said it.
yeah.
2 sets of 2. So what are 2 sets of 2?
4.
Good. Now try that on your calculator. 8 to the 2/3 should be 4. Do you get this?
Yeah,
Okay, then you tell me what to do on this one.
it's gonna be hard.
2.
Tell me what is going on here.
All right, you got 2 of the same things.
2 of the same thing, good.
So it'd be, you would put the cube root of 64 squared.
What am I doing with these 2 numbers? These 2 exponents?
Add them.
Adding them, good.
Oh.
If bases are the same and you're multiplying, you keep the base the same and you add the
I
exponent.
think that one was hard.
So how do you, what?
I don't know why I thought that one was hard.
So how do you rewrite 64 to the 4/3 power?
64 to the 4th.
What's the index?
3.
And how many 64s do you have?
1, 2, 4.
4.
1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 4 of them, you guys. Now, how many of a kind am I looking for?
3.
3. So do you have 3 right now, the same number?
Yes.
3 64s, right?
Yeah.
Can you break 64 up into anything?
Yes.
Lots of things.
What?
30. No, 32. You can do 30. Oh my god, I do the long way every time. Don't even ask me.
I'm tired.
Right?
Yes. That's right.
Right?
Oh yeah, I told you that was right.
So what's my answer, guys?
1, 2, so it's 4 through 16. Um,
What's left? What's left? Is anything left?
64. No.
What am I gonna take out? A 64 and what else?
4.
And a 4. Does anyone know what 64 times 4 is?
64 times 4. No.
256.
That's the answer?
Now do that on a calculator. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. See if we're right. So we've got 16 raised to the 2/3 power. And then we're gonna times that by 16 raised
Isn't it 64 though?
2/3.
Yes, I already.
What?
How come isn't it supposed to be 64?
Oh, it's 64, I wrote 16.
Yeah. isn't it?
See why you don't wanna use a calculator?
Because it brain
Look what I
farts.
just did.
Brain fart.
I typed the wrong number in,
Uh-oh.
and Brendan caught it. The question says 64 to the 2/3 power, look what I typed.
16 to the 2/3.
16 to the 2/3, and I
Hey,
got the
let's
wrong
just see what that
answer.
gives us then.
Let's try it again. So sometimes a calculator is not your best friend. It wasn't for me right now. So now we're doing it right. 64 raised to the 2/3. Now is it right? Whoop, got it, 256.
Wow.
Questions, anyone?
You know what
Nada.
number? You know what number 49 is?
49.
Because I do. Without looking at it.
Okay, Brendan, talk us through 49.
I was just
do you
gonna
do?
say the answer's 4.
I want, see if you can do this one.
Alright, so it's the cube root
The
of
cube root,
-8 squared. That's -8, -8. But to cancel those 8's out, you put it over 1. And when you put it over 1, it cancels that out, so then you
what do
Put
you
it
mean
back.
over 1?
like after like you alright, so you do the first step and you got -8 and -8, and that's 2 times 2 times 2 for both 8's, but they're negative, and it's 4, but it's technically 4 over 1 because the negative. It's 1 over -4, and then you flip it 'cause it turns positive.
You don't have to flip anything.
Oh, so it's just -4?
This is not a negative exponent. This is just -2 times -2 times -2 is -8.
Yeah,
So what is -2 times -2?
-4. I mean 4. Oh my god.
4. And let's try it on the calculator. Now, if you do not put -8 in parentheses, you'll get it wrong. So, you're gonna put parenthesis, -8, parenthesis, whoops, you can't see what I'm doing. Raise that to the what power? 2/3, 2/3, yep. And then hit enter, and guess what we got?
4.
4. Last one. How do you do -32 to the 6/5 power? So it's -32, I want the 5th root. I have -32, how many of them? 6 of them. Okay, if you guys need to write it out, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then how many more? So you may not have to write this out, but for those of you that need to see it written out, I want you to visualize this. How many of a kind do I take out? What am I looking for?
5.
Do you have 5 of the same?
Yes.
5 what?
5 negative 32.
So we're gonna take out negative 32. Now, can you give me 5 numbers that multiply that are the same that give you negative 32? Negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 32. So think of this little negative 32 as 5 negative 2's. So can you group those in your head? And pull that negative 2 out. What is negative 32 times negative 2? Quickly. Negative 32 times negative 2. 64. So I think the answer is 64. Let's try it in calculator. Did anyone do it? So we're going to put in parentheses negative 32, and we're going to raise that to the 6/5 power. And I got 64. What did I say the answer was? 64. Are we good? Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be doing these problems. I want you to start them right now on the back page. Okay, Chris, can you turn that off, please? You have the rest